Impossible, impossible.
Week 11 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll get a look at Ezekiel Elliott. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and
Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup. This is one of those games that old school guys dream about.
Absolutely, and count me among.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Huntley to throw. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
You have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive with Cook. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Left side, Cook. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The Bengals hit 6-3 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Come on.
Cook up the gut. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Willis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Going on 4th down, here's Willis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Huntley. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Huntley. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Willis now off of play action. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 2nd and 10, Willis. He completes this to Cole Turner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Okay, great.
First and 10, it's Willis. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Now Willis to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On second down, Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. James Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They go play action here on first down. He'll get this complete. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Bengals grab it. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Following the fumble recovery, Willis. And his throw is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Willis. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion. quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
He'll decide to keep this once more. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw, here's Willis. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
on is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each.
And it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Pushes past him. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw again on second down. Willis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action. Here's Willis. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brady. For Thanksgiving. Let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Robert Woods up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle of 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They run it again with Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
65.
To throw, here's Willis. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 19 yards away. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
Come on. Hey.
They'll start with the option. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt. First down. Back to throw. Huntley. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Huntley. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. Hockenson crossing the middle and bringing it in. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyler Huntley keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
And he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Huntley. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
On the goal now.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
I can't imagine this defense thought they'd see a play like this on 3rd and short. If you're going to beat a defense deep, you got to catch them when they're not expecting it. And that was the perfect time to do it, and it paid off big.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tyler Huntley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Let's go now.
They go play action with Willis. And this one's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. Turner's got it on the crossing route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To the air on first down, here's Willis. Over the middle, connecting with Kohler. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Hold the race.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, here's Willis. This pass into the hands of Turner. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action with Willis. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
3rd down, it's Willis. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. To throw, Huntley. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Huntley to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Huntley. Looking deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now. And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Ready?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 6. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to Turner. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Cut. Ready? Ready, go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. James Cook, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Huntley. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals getting set to go. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense all game long. They've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Willis looking to throw on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the top.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Couldn't start my stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it.